So we have Jessica Pills, Ayala Kerem, Mia Campbell, Naama Yochai, Israeli, Noah Shiran, Israeli.
So for the men, out on to the main stage now. And what a lineup. We've got, again, a bunch of international athletes lining up on stage. Nikolai Uznik, of course, won in Munich. Yeah, Albert and Alexei Rubtsov there on the left.
Yeah, so I don't think Alexei Rubtsov needs that much. Well, let him do the work.
Yeah, Alexei underway straight away, pressing his way up the wall. And there he is on screen, Alexei Rubtsov. And this is his flash attempt at this boulder. I know we haven't got a clock at the moment. Hopefully we'll get one up for you so we can see how long the athletes have. And Alexei straight away with that left heel hook. This is the squeezing I was talking about.
That's the exact same beta that the route setters told me that they were anticipating for people to do. And, yep, Alma, only 14 years old. 14 years old, didn't climb at any big event before. Made it into finals. Such a great experience for her.
Yeah, it really is, and it shows the depth in this Israeli team, the potential yet to come. So Alma is underway. She crosses through, and it looks fairly straightforward, this first section. It's not a bad sort of side pull there on that hole.
It's not that bad, but it's really friction dependent. You can see her looking at her hands, and
intensive there. So Alexei underway once more. And he's good at timing these things. I mean, he's a World Cup athlete. He's experienced in these moments. He'll know when to rest and when to climb.
I don't think there's someone more, more qualified for those kind of things than Alexei. And by the way, Alexei was here in Israel a couple of months ago. He came to train, to do like a session with the Israeli climbing team. And it was super cool. He really, yes.
Oh, yes, into that huge jug at the top. And that is our first top of the evening. Good to see from Alexei. And there we got a clock as it counts down just in the nick of time.
Just in the last 10 seconds, we have a top. And Noah Shiran, 20 years old. She's quite experienced, lead climber and a boulderer. She stands on the podium a couple of times. And we have Geva Levin, which is the protege of the Israeli climbing. He's the youngest in the...
Well, he's a celebrity, let's be honest. I
mean, he's a celebrity.
Big Instagram account, doing lots of powerful muscle up with his brother as well. So they're strong boys, both of them. So Geva Levin is underway. He can't use much of that arm strength in this one.
No, here you need to do something else. You need to get your feet working. You have to core tension. And now he's going for the first bump.
Yeah, staying quite low on this boulder at the moment.
Yep.
And then we'll work his way up high.
So Noah just read the sequence quite well, and she's getting into the corner.
Yeah, she's pressing her way in. Now, the hold itself is up around the corner here. Hopefully our camera's going to pan out so we can see it. And you really only need fingertips on it. There's not much point jumping because it's horrible if you jump. Stretches up, matches for her. So that will be a top and a quick one.
Yep. Great performance by Noah Shiran.
In Israel, my name is Matt Groom. I'm joined by Leon Kazanov. How do I actually say your name? Kazanov. There we go. I think
we in our family, we're totally fine with Kazanov.
Okay, that's good, because I can't do the very well. I'm getting better.
Definitely.
Gradually. So Geva underway on the first of the noses. I can't not see it now, you've pointed it out. Into the second big nose, slapping around. You can imagine the skin. He's already climbed a lot today with that semi-final round as well.
He climbed yesterday on the qualification rounds, then today on the semis, and now in the finals. And all the holes are brand new in this brand new gym. I mean, it's super fun to set, but it takes a price, the skin price. I think most of the people in the advanced category who climbed on Thursday were bleeding, at least from 2 fingers.
Yes, I think you're right. We've got lots of tape going on as well because of battered and bruised athletes out there. Lots of slips, banging themselves onto volumes. It's been a savage couple of days of climbing.
Yeah, but the psych was crazy. I mean, people were thirsty for like a good competition after... I think the last competition were in the beginning of the summer, so we had a couple months off competition because of the international circuit, and the Israeli Federation didn't organize any competition except the Maccabiah. Cool international competition that they set, organize everything. So now we have Namai High, 22 years old, and Geva's brother, Ram, on the men's. It's weird to say, veterans in the are quite experienced in the Israeli competitions and international, both of them climbing in the World Cup circuit. So we'll see now how they...
Yeah, it's good to have them in it because there has been a lot of pressure, certainly on the sort of favourite Israeli climbers. We think, you know, him being one of them.
Yep.
Just to get this far was important, and now he's here, he can just relax a little bit and just enjoy the night.
I'm not sure how much can you relax
True.
when you're competing with the world's best, but...
When you sort of hesitate with the feet a little bit, that's when it goes. If you're putting weight through it, it's okay.
You have to have just the right amount of pressure between of slipping and getting some weight off your hands. So I think Boulder is what it's all about. Nama is trying now, get into the corner, and then you have this press move. Really impressive flexibility. I don't think any of the route setters can do that.
I do love it when an athlete beats route setter's beater or breaks it.
Yeah, but I think the interesting thing is when there's a route that you can do with like your pure power, and if you don't have this pure power, you can compensate with flexibility. And I think this is what makes climbing such a great sport. You can bring yourself into and whatever you're strong at into the route.
Yeah, well, she's pressing her way up and makes the top. 2 finger tops on that. Good from her.
I think in the modern route setting style, there's a lot. I think 10 years ago, if you'd say, yeah, he pulled an hamstring, you would say, how? In climbing, it's usually just injure your shoulders, elbows, and fingers. But with this new, we'll check now
Well, Mia Krampel is up, and she's having a great time. She's staying in the hotel I'm staying at and just obviously relaxed and enjoying the environment here. You may have noticed I put on my Instagram story about her injury. She scraped her leg down one of the volumes and then put a load of chalk on to try to soak up the blood.
Okay.
So
when did it happen here?
This was during semi-finals. Yeah, she came up to the medical to try to get sorted out.
Okay, so as a medical student in his final year, I highly not recommend putting anything on your open wound, not chalk. A lot of people putting coffee.
Right, I've never heard that one.
Yes, so many people putting coffee, and just wash it with clean water and get to a medical advice.
Yeah, you can see her legs strapped up there on the right. That's part of that injury. But she's okay now. So Mia pressing her way up.
It's like a brand new plate from IKEA.
Ooh, nice.
That's how it feels,
That's
you know?
a good
just
description, yeah.
Plasticky kind of, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's super interesting. You have to be really precise with your feet, because if you just miss it just a little bit and hit the wall, your foot just fly out of it.
Yeah, it's a strange feeling. Well, Mia's trying desperately not to use that, but there's a lot of no-text going on those holds. The white surface, you don't want to be standing on that. Look at that drop knee from Mia. It drops it right down to the ground, then pops it off. Sergey drops off the slab early on. So this is where Mia fell on her best attempt.
Yeah.
Committing to that left foot, pressing up on the green textured surface. This is much better from her, slower.
Okay, she got into this position. Now she's getting into the safe zone for the top. It's all about keep your body tension and keep your mind clear and not hesitate right now, and just slowly stand up into the hole.
Yeah, shouldn't drop it at this point, as long as she doesn't jump, though. And hopefully she's read this. She read it with Jessie, so it'll be interesting. If she makes a jump, then Jessie's likely to as well. But it doesn't look like she's getting set up for that. Working the feet up higher on the right. 25 seconds, though, so if she falls here, this will be a last chance. And looked like she was almost about to turn towards face the crowd. But it is a stretch of the fingertips for Mia Krampel. This should be enough. And go on, get that left hand in. There he goes. Controlled top.
Nice.
10 seconds to go.
Nice.
Good work from Mia Krampel.
Canonic joke, you know?
Yeah.
We almost switched her name to, instead of Ayala, Kerem,
Yeah.
to Karim. But, I mean, Kerem, that's the right pronunciation.
Kerem. Okay, Ayala Kerem. There we go. I'll try. Nikolai Uznik. Well, he's
And Kerem, by the way, it's vineyard in Hebrew.
Is it? I did not know that.
Now you know.
There we go. Thank you. I'm learning so
much. Hebrew lessons now on the Golden Hold stream.
Yeah, I'm not good at Hebrew, it turns out, at all. No idea.
Me either.
So Nikolai is underway. Now, he won in Munich, the boulder competition, got cramp in both arms during that, still won anyway. So he's someone who can push through the pain for sure.
Yeah, definitely Nikolai is one of the favorites for the podium. And Ayala as well. She did a great performance, not only in this competition, but through the whole season. And
now, Ayala is someone who occasionally looks like she struggles with sort of pressure of a big moment. Like, you know, she's very good in qualifying rounds and then sometimes can make mistakes. Do you think she'll be feeling the pressure in this situation?
I think she's definitely feeling the pressure. I can see in her climbing right now that she's a little bit hesitating. But I think right now...
Well, it's pretty good so far, isn't it? This is a flash attempt.
That's her flash attempt.
Well, Ayala tops out first go, and that will jump her up to the street in this evening. They have so far. So Nikolai is back on, crimping hard on their right hand, coming into the left crimp, and then this pressing starts once more into the nose. Flat with the hands, and crosses through to the top. And he's almost crimping the very edge between the wall and the volume.
There's not too much crimping, but sometimes that's just the little bit you need.
I like being old school. I've never commentated with the old rules, so it's quite cool to see for me. Right, so here we go. He's got 5 seconds. Ignore that, though, because as long as he doesn't fall off, he's all good. Right, so the clock runs out. He's on extra time now, borrowed time out on the wall. Floor is lava, can't touch it. He's using that undercling that's so bad. Switches to the sloper. Not even an opportunity to chalk up for him.
No. Oh, he's now trying something a little bit different. Nice.
Well, this is using the old school rules to perfection. Now, the first time you have a go at this, it's tricky. The second time is easier, but he's only got one go, of course.
Yeah, and he switched the way he did the boulder in the last second, which could be risky. Usually the athletes are trying different things, and then on the last go, they have already decided what they want to do, and they stick to the plan. Now he changed his plan in the last second, and it paid him off.
Yeah, and he's one hold away now. He just needs to commit to this last move. It's close. It is an enormous jug, and he sinks into it.
Nice.
Great top from him. Then there's the match, so that will count. And there we go. Old school rules.
Old school rules.
Yeah, now, Jessie is looking good. She looked very impressive in the semi-final. 4 tops out of 5 on the way through for her. In the #1 spot. And she needs a flash here to get up to the top of the leaderboard. If she does, that will get her to the top due to countback. So, no hitting the ground for Jessie if she wants to stay in her top spot position.
So, in the men, we have Alexei with a top, Nikolai, as we saw right now, with a top, Gieba with a zone, Ram with a zone. Sergey couldn't get into the zone, surprising. And now we see Anze, how he's doing.
Yeah, Anze from Slovenia is up and going. We're sticking with Jessie, though. She's on her flash attempt. Chalks up in the corner, finds a good body position. And now this is it, where you just have to go a little bit slower here. Don't jump too hard into it. Oh, you can see body wanting to go backwards, that leg. And now gets the left foot up, so she should be in here. Sits right down on that right heel. I think she'll take a second to chalk up and rest here in this position.
Yep. From that position, the final hold looks so far away, and you have to just stand up, reach, and touch it.
There we go. So that top spot for Jessie. She maintains the leading the green T-shirt.
Yes. So now we have in the women, we have a tie between Ayala, Noah, and Jessie. Both of them, all three of them flashed the first boulder.
And spend 4 days falling off everything, and then send a 6A on his 5th day. That's my experience.
I will never forget the 5A that I fell on like 5 times.
Oh yeah, we've all been there. If you don't know what we're talking about, Font is a sandstone area in France, which has these really weird techie climbs. It's all about body position, less about strength, and this is one of those. Although I think there's a bit of strength required with this one as well. Yeah, as you said, a mentality shift. It must be so strange as an athlete to watch the clock tick down when for so long you've been trying to race the clock. Right, so his last go. Maybe rushed that one before, but now he can take his time. Oh, but he does slip off, bobbling down.
Yep.
Right, we're immediately on this boulder. Now, this is an odd one because there's a sit start at the beginning, and then there's a potential sit in the middle as well. It's just, it turns out climbing's just sitting.
Yeah, so okay, now we see Alma on the second boulder problem for the women, and it's a little bit. The first one was quite similar in styles, you could say, for the women and the men, and now we have a little bit different. The men have this weird sitting style, pressing thing. You can see Alexei now is fighting with this hand press.
Oh, and he missed the crimp.
Just sit on it and then just stand up somehow.
Yeah. They explained it. I still didn't understand it. But anyway, that's the theory. Now, the jump around the corner here is quite tricky because that is quite a corner. You can't really see it on TV.
Yeah, it is. It's not 90 degrees, but it's quite corner. And you have to go to a slopey so-wheeled hold and then just fly around the corner to a big, huge jug. It should be really cool when you do it. Really spectacular. But it is tricky. It's a matter of attempts.
Alexei nails the crimp this time, got the range, and he's got one move really to go here. That's the jump. She needs to go way more to the left. Alexei jumps, can't hold it.
Pedal movements around the corner.
Yeah, and she's 14. I mean, she's
She's
truly
14.
new school.
Yeah, she's
Still at school.
She's still at school, yeah.
Alexei pressing his way up. He knows where that crimp is now. Oh, slightly different into the press. Alexei's quite tall, so it might help once he's stood up into it.
Alexei is tall and is super strong. I mean...
Oh, look at that pinch.
I mean, yeah.
He's showboating around, isn't he? I think he might bat hang. Oh, is he going to bat hang? No. Nearly. Well, Alexei's on full.
So it'll be just a little bit easier to sit on it, I think. We already saw it a couple of, was it 2 years ago? In Moscow before the Olympic event. It was World Championships or European Championships. One of those.
European Championships. That was my first ever proper comp all by myself, that one. So I remember it well, yeah. Had to talk for like 8 hours a day. It was full on. So Noah gets herself lined up, and this time even closer.
So close. Okay, Geva's got the zone hold, and now we have to stand up into a hand press. We really can't really see it, but there's a open hand sloper just right there when his right hand, and from that position you have to get into really small crimp.
Yeah, he's close to it. He won't be able to see it. He'll be blind there. Oh, and every time he reaches up, he loses a bit of that pressure. Yep. Faces the crowd this time. And now he's got it, but he's going to have to re-spin here.
Yeah, so now he's doing like, 180 back, 180 in. Yeah, quite a funky boulder.
Yeah, double rotations and a sit start. Wow, full on. And then this pinch finish, flying with the legs, makes it stick, needs to bring the other hand in, gets it, and that's the top for Geva.
And the crowd goes ballistic. Yeah, learn from your mistakes, which is easy to say, hard to do.
Yeah, no, precisely. Right, so she jumps again, two hands, and again. So up she goes once more into the side pull, gets herself set for this jump. You can see the corner on that camera angle. It really is. You can't see that last hold at all.
Yep.
So she's working it out, and then you can see Ram as well trying to work something out there.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand how hard it could be just to sit on a hold and touch it with 2 hands and 2 feet.
There's a weird amount of core required. You can see triceps as well standing out.
Yeah.
It's hard to stay. And then that slopey hold he's going to next isn't very good either.
No, just my mind don't think in that direction. So I'm usually not setting those kind of things.
You can see what Ram's trying to do here, but it's so physical as well. And your ass is right close to the ground, and it's so easy just to touch down, and that's it.
But it looks like he
made it work.
Made it work somehow.
Oh, and presses, right. So for the first time, Ram's really involved in this boulder now.
Yep.
An easy traverse out towards the right where there's a jib. There it is for the right hand. But then the second hard move is coming here. And Nama steps back, has a think.
Nama is thinking. She was really close. Oh, Ram just slipped. It's definitely the angle of the corner and the hold that they're jumping to. They're not used to them because there's not, I think it's Sowil, or maybe it's just another American brand if I'm not confusing. But so they're not used to, because we don't have that many American holds, American brands. We usually import them from Europe, and now we have those.
Yeah,
so close.
Used to it now. She's running to the wall, 15 seconds to go, and it's not one of those boulders you can hang around on for a long time. But Ram, watch his left hand. That's what fired off before.
Yep.
So he needs to make it stick as he stands up. Does this time. Blind low, and he drops it, and he's not going to have enough time to go up.
The pressure of executing it perfectly, and it's all about the attempts. So each attempt takes more pressure on you.
And we haven't talked about Sergey at all. He's got this. Wow, what a move from him! Just straight in,
just pure power
from that sitting. But we saw from Ram how hard it is to generate that kind of power from that sitting position. Impressive stuff from Sergey. Right, there's no tick mark on this crimp, so it's so blind. He turns, and Mir again not getting close on this yet. So he's searching for it, gets it. Now he's going to have to do the spin back to face the other way.
I'm not sure if he got it or he thought it was... Oh, he's pinching it. Wow.
He's got big hands, hasn't he?
It's... Yeah. Wow. Oh.
So Sergey, watch his jump. So he gets... There he goes, touches the heels underneath, and then gets the left foot, sets himself up for this jump and just springs.
Oh, nice move.
Really cool to see.
Okay, Mia's going her final attempt. Sergey as well. Their time is running up. We have the 4+ minutes, an old school rule. After the 4 minutes, you can do whatever you want as long as you're on the wall.
Yeah, Mia is done. So no top for her, no zone. No one's got a zone so far for that women's boulder.
No zones on the second bowl problem for the girls. But we still have a couple of more climbers up ahead.
Yeah, so Sergey turns, just crimping on better from him, holds the swing, needs to match, brings the foot up. Looking awkward, still crosses over though.
Nice. I think part of the reason that I usually don't set those kind of boulders, it's you need to forehand them, and my back is not at the age that I can do things like that to it, you know.
Sounds like there's two old men in the commentary box here
talking.
Old
people.
They're right. My knee hurts looking at this. Right, Nikolai's scrunched up underneath. Now needs to stand. Comes up slowly into the press. Ayala takes her chalk bag off. Doesn't need that. Oh, Nikolai comes down.
Come on, Ayala.
Ayala is there. Right. She's very low on this and hasn't got enough push yet.
Now she tried going overhanging angle into a slab climbing thing.
Yeah, again, quite fonty, that traverse with the hand. Right, so Nikolai will start to creep upwards again. Pistol squatting his way up almost. Trying to find that black. And the hold he's going for, you can't see it in the shadows, but it's a terrible, slopey black thing, which just hasn't got any real, there's no edge on it.
No edge, and it's a dual tech.
Going on here in the gym.
Yeah, and it's the Tel Aviv vibe. It's always party in Tel Aviv.
I've heard this. Apparently there's always a party somewhere going on.
Somewhere in Tel Aviv.
Yeah. I think there's one later on as well here tonight. So Nikolai stood up again. He's grasping his left shoulder. Ayala comes... Ayala? Oh, goodness me. I don't know why it's so hard for me. Anyway, she comes closer. Oh, Nikolai pops off that left crimp.
As you can see it now. Hopefully Jesse will do it right now and show us how it's done.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about the humidity. You've got a very good point. Yeah, it's going to be sticky in there.
Yeah, that's one of the things that, as a route setter in the competitions in Israel, we always think about, because when it's in the summer, it gets really hot and humid. Although we have air conditioning, it still could be a major factor on slopey holds. And doing it Wow.
Yeah, straight away. Confident from him. Seemed to instinctively know where that left-hand crimp was. Wants to match it, though, to get the right hand to jump with the left, and that's a bit of an awkward match. Jesse comes off on the right. Nearly gets biffed by the brusher. Oh, this is a flash if he manages to match, which he does. What
Nice.
contact strength there.
Wow.
Maybe try some things out within their competition routine. It gives them that opportunity.
Oh,
Sticks it.
Great performance by Jessie.
Right, this is a big moment here in this Golden Holds comp. If she can get this, she will be ahead of everyone.
She's already actually ahead of everyone because she got the zone. So from now is just a bonus for the next round, for next boulders. And yeah, you can see this. Nice.
Well, there we go. Pressure on everyone else now. Jessie.
And now we have Alma, 14 years old. First time in such an event. On the slab with the brand new gravity holds. Hold.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch her knees here. This is where things can go wrong. I'm trying to see if they have. I think they have put a jib on there now. Somewhere, but that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
That foot bobble.
Some people are really good at just placing with the heel, and myself, I don't feel comfortable with putting my heel as a smear. But yeah. Okay, now we see Alexei. They're flipping around, holding it.
Yeah, it's like a dish-like hold. There's no edge on it. Goes up towards a pinch, and this is the jump he's getting set up for here. So adjust the hands. Now gets the left foot on, which isn't bad, but it's a big jump for him. He makes it. Look at that stretch.
Nice.
And he's so stalled. He was tall. He was almost trying to static his way up there, but had to pop at the top. There, it's just a block and stop you putting your foot on it.
Dual text block, so you wouldn't use the little crimp as a foot. And just one of those tricks root setters use to force certain movements.
Keep an eye on both of them because Noah's getting closer here. Up towards the final hold, and there's nothing on that final hold. You've just got to be pressing into it, and you can see if you go too quick, you can't catch it really. You have to be stable.
Now we see Geva struggling. He was struggling there.
That first move is really awkward. It's standing up on nothing, and it's one of those moves that makes your heart beat a bit because you have to trust everything immediately.
Yeah, but once you're going into it and you feel the friction of the volumes, you kind of get the rhythm in, and now we see Geva's trying to get his heel process in the bouldering competitions.
Yeah, now's the time to commit to a beater for sure. And he is doing the same things he did before, so pressing onto the edge of it rather than using the dish. And he's using that right foot. That's why the root set has blocked it, for that very reason.
But he wanted it to cheat the root setters a little bit, which is, by me, I think it's totally acceptable. I think it's a game.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And there's also another blocking hold. You can see him trying to bring the left heel up and in, but there's another blocker to stop him doing that.
Just a little bit, because there's such a small in-cut that could make the hold a little bit better. So they just blocked it just a tiny little bit. And, but we saw this boulder worked for Alexei.
Yeah, and Noah, having got to the last hold, hasn't got close since. She can't fall, though. She has got time. She's got to jump straight back on. Watch her feet. 2, 1, and she's off in the nick of time. Right, so both of the athletes now.
Now he's got the dish. Yeah.
So he drops back down. So back to the original method for him. Right, so we're in the sudden death moment of Boulder number 3. Geva goes.
Okay. Now we still have Noah pressing away on the yellow slab.
It must be so annoying for her. Having got as close as she did to then keep falling is mentally difficult.
We can see her trying to get the screw holes just for a little bit extra, which is allowed. You're allowed to touch the screw holes on volumes, not on the wall. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough for her.
Facing the wall, just maybe needing a little bit of privacy out there. When all those eyes are on you, it's tough stuff. So he's up using his foot first method that he's been doing, pressing down. Now drops into the dish. We'll look for the match, gets it. Amazing contact strength from him as he gets a high right heel up. Deciding not to campus it this time. Comes to the pinch, can only touch it though. Oh, and comes down. Looks to be, I don't know if he's frustrated or in pain there. One of them, I'm not laughing at his pain, of course, but not quite sure what's going on. But Yeah, hobbling a bit, battling that hamstring as he has been all the way through. Has a look at the slab.
But even though his hamstring hurts and is frustrating, you can see he's still smiling because this event is such cool, such a great vibes. Like the energy inside of this climbing gym.
Gave it everything though.
Great effort by Ram Levin. Hopefully Nama will get a little bit better.
I love this floor is the lava thing. So she's got no time left. If she falls, that's it. Nama on her last attempt creeps down to the jib.
Yep.
Feet flat on those volumes. Brand new, remember, to the athletes.
Nice.
Good move from
Come
her.
on, she's got the zone.
Right, now needs to calm that heart rate down. She's close.
But it's not over till it's over.
There's more horrible slab climbing. She goes into the screw, and again, she's just crimping a mono, basically, but not even a proper mono. But this is good from her. She's going to touch the last hole, whatever.
Come on.
Oh, one hand in.
Come on.
Squeezes with that heel. Oh, that's not going to be long enough, though. Totally different style of climbing.
Yep, I think that's the part of this great route setting that really every boulder problem, every route, it has its own defined style. And we can see that people didn't do the first slab, did the second one, and now they're struggling on this one. So it's really a cool mix of styles. And I think that's what like a good competition style should be. Because in the last, I think, couple of years, we have like the switch between old school style and something that just showy with big moves.
Yeah, that parkour style running, isn't it? Well, so Sergey brushes the holds here. Mia gets stood up. Yeah, you're right. It's a bit of a cross, this competition. Old school and new school kind of together.
Yeah, I think it should be a mix. It definitely shouldn't be only jumping around because, I mean, it's cool and it's part of climbing, but it's not all of the climbing. There's so much things in climbing. I don't remember what's the highest number of tries on the boulder problem in an IFC
No, I have
event.
no idea. No.
But I think I saw like 20 something plus in qualification rounds.
Whenever I've seen 10 in a final. Whenever it gets to that number, it's a lot of attempts at that point. But he's going. He's got 10 seconds left. Which method will he choose? He's got so many now. I think he's just going to go for the straight snatch and drop that foot and go for it. Oh, he's not. He's going back to the side foot method.
Yeah, it's kind of toe hook, bad hang style move.
We'll
now it's switching to a heel hook.
I was going for a fig four at one point there, I think. Well, he's off and done. Mia Krampel came close. This is the death or glory moment for her. Yeah. Stands up, slowly does it.
It's all about trusting the shoes.
No, and we noticed during the last World Cup she wears different shoes on different feet here. I still haven't asked her why.
Oh, because you could see Nicola is trying, holding it for a split second, and then just sliding off.
Yeah, he looked closer on that go from a few of them we've seen, but the problem is, as we've seen, everyone starts getting burnt out the more that campus method is used. And then, of course, if you've tried the campus method, you don't really know how to use the feet differently on it when you're tired. So it's one of those boulders.
Yeah, and I think an interesting thing as well is the numbering of the boulder problems, that if this boulder problem was first and maybe the other one was second, how was it? Because obviously after two boulder problems, they feel a bit more tired, so it's a little bit harder to just do pure power moves. And for the girls as well, you're a little bit tired, you're sweating already. I usually like the third boulder problem, close. But she still have 1 minute left.
Didn't manage it. It's too stretched out, I think. You can't really push on it.
No, you can't really push on it. But maybe it's just a little bit extra. Sometimes it's not even about the hold, it's just for the right body positioning you put it there. And sometimes it's just this little extra juice you need to do it.
Love watching his toe hooks. Oh, different.
Oh,
Oh, the left hand drops back down. Looks back to the starting hole. Oh, I see. Pressing. Oh, I mean, surely not, Nikolai. Surely not. Will that have given him enough, though? He's got 19 seconds. One more go.
One more go.
Maybe he's thinking that's the way. Ayala as well has this last opportunity. Needs to get the feet and goes for the heel.
Oh, she goes for the heel just for a little bit extra.
Right, we know this method might work. Pressing the side of her foot, really. There's not really an edge even to stand on here. One hand on. She's got the screw hold on. 2 hands on, and that's going to be a top. She really made sure of that.
That's a top.
That is definitely a top.
And you could see how nervous she was. She's just, wow. Okay, Nicola is trying something that we didn't see before.
Wow.
Okay, now we have the results on our screen.
So Jessie Pilt's still in the top spot because of those 2 tops, but Ayala just put the game to her.
So,
and now she moves up to the top of the leaderboard because of those 2, but Jessie's yet to come, and all Jessie needs is a zone to jump back up again.
Now we have the men results right there with Alexei Rubtsov on the first place with 3 tops.
Yeah, really leading the way. His to lose at this moment coming into that 4th boulder.
Yeah. So Geva Levin is second with 1 top and 2 zones. And Nikolai Uznik with 1 top and 2 zones as well in 3rd place. Sergei is 4th. Anze is now on the wall, ranked 5th, and Ram is 6th with 3 zones. So Anze couldn't do the first boulder problem at all, didn't get the zone. Flashed the second one, and now he's looking really strong on this one.
Sets himself up for the big jump.
And he just he just showed us how the game can flip, you know?
He's just saying, look, I don't like slabs. Don't give me any more of those. Just give me the power ones, and he gets it done. Jessie as well is going well here.
Yeah, Jessie already got the zone on her first go, on her flash try.
Fingertips into the screw hole again. Will she use the heel? That seems... she doesn't need it. She's got the power, but that right foot, watch that right foot like a hawk, because that's what might pop. Now tries to bring the heel in, the toe, anything, leg, knee, face.
With different rules.
Slightly different rules, tweaked from Munich, which is good. And just to big up the IFC for a second.
Tweaked it.
Yeah, they've tweaked it with... I'm not going to go into the details on it, not the time, but they are listening and they are tweaking it. So go and watch that one as well, because it's going to be a good one. So Jessie, look at that thumb and finger into the screw holes. Into the zone hold. She's already been awarded that.
I'm not sure if the setters wanted them to use the holes in the hold, but I mean, that's part of the game and they should have been anticipating that. There's not too many tricks you can block them, but there are still a couple of things you can do to block those little holes.
I watch, he goes and pulls on 6-5. Well, you've got to time this quite well. Right, she is up. So she's got one last opportunity. How tired are those legs going to be feeling, though, at this stage? In with that claw-type hold on the wall, in those holes. And that hurts the ends of the fingers as well, especially when your skin is thin. They're not smooth, they're quite sharp.
They are sharp, and the holes are brand new. Everything is brand new. So much friction. Oh, come on.
Oh, she's monoing that. Get her on action direct immediately. Squatting on that leg, you could just see there wasn't the power in that leg anymore. He gets ready for what could be a victory run for him. Nasty crimps, though, and a jump start.
Yep, it's kind of a jump start. Oh, wow, into a 360 move.
Straight away rotating through, out to the left. And then presses through. Alexei making this look very easy. It's not, trust me. Let's stick with him, because this could be 4 out of 4 for him. And another flash. Bumps the left toe. Perfect beater from him at the moment. Exactly like the route setters intended.
Exactly. And we can see the golden hold.
Oh,
nice.
Well, I think that has given Alexei the win. 4 out of 4. No one can catch him now.
4 out of 4. We already have a winner for the man.
But it's a lot of power required.
Come on, Alma.
So Alma into the pocket. Tries to bury the fingers in here. Swings through, but this is the move she's been struggling with. This flick of the right hand. Better. Blocked holds like that. I mean, they've done it deliberately. AC can't...
But adds a little bit more difficulty, but I think most of it is mentally. You know, the thought that you need to be more precise and you can just throw your hand at something makes it just a little bit more tricky.
Now, or going feet first. Now, there is a jib, and she's got that.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that's the 10 beta, but it works and it looks super cool.
It really does. Now she's
okay,
fig
now
four
into a figure four.
and it works.
Okay. Okay.
I want her to get this. Oh, she hasn't though.
No, but sometimes you get on the boulder problem and just the way, the direction of the holds and your body, you're like, oh, I can put my feet right there. And it makes sense. But before it, you don't even think about it.
Well, Geva's
we can
now
see her
her
left toe hook there. Oh, she tried to do like a match switch.
But you can just push off, but you can't stand on it. It's not an
Geva
edge.
is having difficult time. Okay, he's got it. He's got it. It's just kind of campus moves. Yes, nice. Come on,
this
Geva.
time. Spins round.
Yep.
Off the wagon, styly.
Off the wagon. That's a classic boulder.
The best. Right, now he needs to flick this heel into a toe in order to make the next move. And there's a jib down low, so he can do that.
Oh, nice. Now it's all
now.
about bumping his right hand and pressing it down. Those yellow volumes. His left hand, we can't really see it from here, but his left hand is super hard. Crimp.
Last couple of minutes of route setting.
I think it was, yeah, exactly 10 minutes before the round.
It was like...
Alex Kazanov, my brother Nimrod and Yarden looked at it and like, oh, should we make it easier, harder? I don't remember which one. I think Alex just put this hold, the specific hold on his right hand. It's like, no, this will be perfect. It looks quite close to be perfect.
But tough.
But tough.
Well, she went for the fig four, kind of dropped it down. Now goes for another fig four to get up. Look at this, brilliant stuff. Now wants to get the thumb involved on that nubbin, that jib. If she does, uncrosses the figure four. And this is as far as anyone's got so far.
Yep. Actually, we already had Alma got her on her 6th try, a zone. Noah Shiran got the zone on her 5th try. And Nama Yochai now got it as well.
Ram trying to find the heel, can't get it. Looks back at the first hold and drops back down to it.
Oh, interesting method.
It's going the wrong way.
But
now he's got the heel on, so that was smart. It's a better body position.
But now he's just a little bit stuck.
Yeah, really low as well. I think he might have to rethink that.
Yeah.
Misses it that time. It's one of those moves that it's hard to describe how difficult it is. It's a blocker, it's thin, and your right hand is awful. Remember, they made it worse. So Mia gets the right, rotates through with the left hand. Now needs this flick. That's way more powerful than it looks, and then drops in. Good work from Mia Krampel.
Yep. Okay, she's going for the figure four as well.
Oh,
she's chalking as well.
Give that woman a nice axe immediately. Right, up she goes. And now I think we're going to see the top of this. And this actually is where it gets really hard. Big heel up to a slopey volume. It's not great, that right hand.
No, her right hand is really bad. It's really friction dependent. Those wooden cheetah boomerangs, first of all, they're amazingly good looking. I mean, if I had one of those in my living room as an art piece, I think it would go with...
when you're a root set, you can steal one.
Yeah.
Surely.
Yeah, it's just expensive. They're always looking for them. But... yeah, she has 2 moves now on friction-dependent holds.
She looks so in control. I mean, she chalked up every single move to be precise. She wanted the flash on that.
Yep. And now we can see Sergey as well, just behind her, campusing his way through with his fingers.
And he's turned on the power, rocks up on the heel. Now needs to start palming that. Doesn't bother, just goes straight up for the wrap.
No bumping, just go straight to the sweet spot.
But this is a big pop for him. Onto the golden hold with the left hand. Holds the swing.
Yes.
And we're going to see another top.
Such a cool move.
Great work from Sergey. That would have bumped him up the leaderboard as well. Right, so Mia, again, she made this sequence look good, but it is more powerful than she made it seem. Fingertips on. Drops into the pocket. Goes for the fig four. This is where she chalked up before. Will she again? No, she doesn't this time.
No.
And unwraps the fig four, starts to go left, but the slopers on the cheetah holds, that's where she came unstuck.
Okay, she's choking just a little bit right now, just to have a little bit more choke for the slopers, which is really smart because they have a great friction, and you can see she's crimping on those sides, if you climbed on those holds, you know that on some of them, just the size of a little bit of crimp in them.
There you go. So it's knowing a hold matches it.
Yep.
Right, she's one away. Golden hold.
And she's got the golden hold.
Yes. Mia Krampel back, topping out boulders on her final climb of the evening.
Yeah, so Sergey now with the man. Sergey is second, Anze third. Anze actually needs to get the top, or at least, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and Nikolai outside of the top three. Rotating through, though. He'll want to end on a high here. Oh, that's strong. Ella as well looks straight up.
Ella is making it look easy. The first part. Okay, she's progressing.
Oh, look, she's cruising these moves. Finds the same spot as Mia did.
The same spot.
Will she match, though, or go for the big jump? She goes up. I think that was the key for Mia, that match.
Yeah, the little match, then get your feet right, and then go to the slope.
Nikolai's palming and then slip down. That would have cost him some skin.
Come on, Ella.
So she spins again. Yeah, you're right. A very classic move, that. No,
and it's cool, you know.
Whenever you face the audience, it's definitely a dramatic moment, isn't it? Right, will she match or will she go for this drive again? Looks like the right hand's sticking a bit better. She's driving off the pocket. Problem with that pocket... Oh, it's
such a cool experience to have World Cup athletes and World Cup commentators coming to Tel Aviv.
Hey, mate, I was saying to you, I mean, you could do this for a living. Come and join me at a World Cup, please.
Well, do you think they're paying better than an orthopedic surgeon?
I doubt it, somehow.
Yeah.
If you ever need any commentating for orthopedic surgery, let me know, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Right, so rocking up on the heel this time.
Yes, nice. Come on, Ella.
Will she find the match? She's got the heel in, which is different.
No.
And Nikolai just not get both of them on the ground.
Both of them are just...
Look at that performance.
Yeah,
Flash on the last boulder.
Yeah, so two less climbers for such a cool event here in Tel Aviv, in Israel. We'll see Jessie now. Both of them doing 360 moves.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Mirroring each other. Now, Anze has been on form in his last couple of boulders. He's still looking strong. He's got the wrapping. He's done all the hard bits of this boulder.
Oh, come on.
Watch his left hand, though. It stays in that position for a long time. Jessie powering upwards.
He's trying to get his upper body part a little bit higher because he's a tall dude. And he's got stuck a little bit now in this box that he created for himself.
Jessie's gone right for the middle of that boomerang, hasn't found the sweet spot, as you said, and doesn't make the jump.
I mean, in the World Cups, we have some isolation between the crowd here it's just a mixture of everyone with everyone, and I think it makes it a little bit more intimate, you know, and more cool, and have this home kind of vibe. And yeah, Israel is not big, so even though we have big gyms, but Israel is small, and this is quite a big event for us.
Right, yeah, Jessie is up. How will she do it this time? I think she might look to get a heel. Oh, we can see that burnout. Just gets fingertips on the left. Anze. Is this position he just gets stuck in, doesn't he? He wants to launch for the top. You can see him thinking about it.
He's thinking.
He's not that far off.
Oh, here you see she's got a sweet spot on this hold.
That's it. The cheetah cheat spot.
The cheetah cheat.
Got toes on that hold. Jessie, though, won't, I don't think. So won't have time. So this really starts to count.
She's going,
right,
going for it.
This is it. The clock has run out. Anze's done his comp finish. Jessie still on the wall.
Yeah.
We want to see one more golden hold, Jessie. Come on, do it for us.
Yeah, come on.
There's an extra thumb. Now she finds it. Wraps the heel up. Needs to rock up on that heel into the sloper. But look at the power.
You can see how tired she is from just pulling her left hand. Goes for the sweet spot.
But that ability to keep on pushing through when you're that tired. Incredible. She's going to go for the jump. Gets a fingertip on it. The audience has waited around. No one wants to leave any. So Jessie Pilt, Sayela Kerem and Mia Krampel make up our top three for the women. You can see how frustrated she was. And then for the men, Alexei Rubtsov, he takes victory. 4 tops. Andrzej Bach next, and Sergei Zensky in 3rd place. Great performances from our top 3.